Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
You know what I find weird is the amount of women. I see it on some men, but mostly women who go through like a separation or divorce, or they never even marry, they're just dating, they have kids, who seem to find the love of their life every few months. And then you have to see about it on Facebook. They've introduced the kids. Oh, this person, oh, my soul, my heart, this is what I needed. And then, like 5 months later, I don't want to talk about it. It didn't work out. And then another 3 months go by, and it's like, I finally found what I deserve and the love of my life. No wonder kids are so these days. Pick the kid, choose the kids.
Yeah, that would be the day. I'm sure they chose the kids the day they decided to get divorced. I've seen this plenty of times, unfortunately not on TikTok, but in real life. They meet some new guy and because they like them, they introduce them to their kids immediately. Your kids don't need to meet that guy, or the next guy, or the next. They need to meet their stepdad, not the guy you're sleeping with.
You do not get a trophy or any brownie points for being a people pleaser, for always saying yes to people. You don't get anything for that. And it has taken me years, absolute years, for me to realize that. And even up until this day, there's still a part of me that is a people pleaser, and I'm working on healing that. But learning how to say no is so freeing, right? Because there's a lot of people out there that just feel like they are entitled to your energy, your resources, you as a person, and they don't do anything for you. They don't pour into your cup. They're not nice people, right? They just feel entitled. They just feel like they can ask for things and certain, yeah, you get the vibe, right? And the older me will always say yes to people. Oh, you want this? Yeah, I'm gonna find a way. Let's try and do this. Let me be here for you. Let me this. Let me that. Oh yeah, but girl, no, that is so draining. And if you're a people pleaser, you'll know how draining it is every time you say yes in a scenario where really and truly deep down you want to say no. No, I can't do that. No, I don't want to do that for you. No, I don't want to go with you. No, I don't want to go on the phone right now. No, I don't want to give you money. No, I don't want to this, right? Like when you can say no, it's freeing. And it's not to say you're just being a horrible person, but there are a lot of situations where you know you should be saying no. That person has not deserved that. Sorry, that person does not deserve what they're asking for, right? And the people pleaser in you will say yes, it's okay, yeah. And then you go home, or deep down inside you just feel, oh, why did I do that? Oh my god, I don't want to. And you're really just betraying yourself. So I just wanted to remind you that when you realize you don't get anything for being a people pleaser, right, your life will change. Start saying no today.
I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt, say no today. Just because we used to call it the walk of shame, not being a people pleaser, it's way too long to put on a t-shirt.
Getting a train ran on me has honestly lost its appeal. Like, I used to love getting blown out by an entire friend group, but as of lately, I've been more into one-on-one quality time. I feel like when there's too many people, you lose out on the passion.
Yeah, she used to be a people pleaser, but now she's losing out on the passion.
The minute you know that you are of value, the minute that you decide your worthiness is unexplainable, they start to change around you. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. If you're a girl like me, I used to have a really bad anxious attachment. So I chased after people. I thought that I wasn't good enough. I thought that I had this narrative that people would continuously leave me because I didn't think I had much value. I placed myself beneath other people and those people in all sorts of relationships on pedestals, as though I was the one that needed to prove my worthiness for them to stick around. And it's no big deal. It happened just because of experiences in our childhood, and we take on this narrative that's BS.
Well, but of course, it's all because of the childhood trauma. How can it ever be anything else? But at least she healed all that and now she has value and worthiness, of course, because if she says so, other people will see it and recognize it. And I guess do stuff for her for just existing. No, of course, she doesn't try to sell courses. I mean, she does sell courses, but it's not even because of the money. She wants other people to have worthiness.
To talk about this and see if anyone else feels the same way. But does anyone else, like when they watch sports or see sports anywhere, just completely see through it? Like, why are these silly little humans playing with this ball, playing by these made up rules, and taking it so seriously? Like, it just looks so silly. It's so funny to me. Like, everything I look at, I'm seeing it from like a background point of view. Like, everything's just made up. Like, sports are made up. Like, it's so silly. Like, you're chasing this ball around, you're kicking this ball across a field in matching outfits. Like, I just think, like, silly little humans. like silly humans. Like, this is what they do to entertain themselves. Instead of, like, fixing the problems on the earth or doing something productive. Like, they're just playing a silly little game that's taking all of their energy and their brain power instead of using it towards something impactful and something useful. Like, I know it's important to have fun and, like, you know, play games. Like, it's important to have fun as a human, but does anyone else just see things like that? Like, I don't know, it's kind of exhausting sometimes, and I wish I could just be, like, normal and not see things like this all the time, but I don't know. What do you
Oh, but you are normal, and I feel the same way. I always, for example, put on the tree channel and I watch trees grow, and I see right through it. I mean, people plant trees. I mean, seriously, what's up with that? And then I switch to the weather channel and I see through it. I mean, people, I don't know, care about the weather. For example, I start complaining. Oh, look, it's gonna rain sometimes in the future in London, and sometimes it rains where I live. So what? People are just gonna carry umbrellas? Who even invented umbrellas? These silly humans. Sometimes, yeah, it's like, no, you're definitely normal.
Ladies, I have single-handedly have taken one for the team and worked out how to give a guy that's given you unwanted attention the ick. So it transpires that if you get your face painted as Spider-Man, they actually make a conscious effort to stay away from you. I can only assume that they think that you're out on day release and you've escaped the asylum, or that you've got the mental age of a toddler, or that they don't want to bang Spider-Man. And the only downsides are that my mum has asked me what's wrong with me. I forgot it was on, so got some very questionable looks reaching for the sweet potato in Tesco, and my iPhone won't do facial recognition. But all in all, it's worth it, and I would highly recommend it as a man repellent.
It really is a sad day for me, because my first instinct was at least the normal ones, the 4B thingy lunatics who decided to shave their heads. They shaved their head, you know, to fight a good fight. Yeah, a sad day. Imagine me thinking of them as being normal. But looking at this wonderful lady, they kind of are.
If we're really hitting it off, I'll try to hold their hand, you know, and
I'm
maybe
threatened right now just hearing about this.
why?
Unwanted touch this early? I think without asking, I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable.
Well, I asked for permission to like hold their hand. I'm
Well-
like, can I hold your hand?
Sometimes if you ask, the asking alone is unconsensual. Because then once you ask, the woman feels pressured to give in
Yeah.
and let you touch her hand.
So then how do you get consent?
You just have to know.
Yeah.
Some of you guys still ask me how I go through all of this every day and still keep my sanity. And sometimes I said, well, I drink, which I do, only on Saturdays, but still. Or sometimes I said, I go outside every day and I sit and I talk to normal people. And trust me, that helps a lot. But in all honesty, watching this makes me feel good about myself. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how stupid I sound or look or in fact am. All I have to do is open TikTok and the first 10 people I see are showing me that I could be way worse.
Said that 49% of men are increasingly unsure of what society wants from them. Our economics have shifted, and now there's a reality. They date upwards. They tend to date someone who's equal or more educated than them, and they tend to date someone who's equal or more financially stable than them. And it's a sad reality because now women outperform men at every stage of education. So you've got women coming out of university, they're really educated, they're going into good jobs, and they can't find the men who are more educated and financially viable for them. But then people say, like, and this is what pisses me off in the manosphere, is people be like, women want a 200k job. The reality is that often women want to date someone who's more financially stable because we take such a hit if we choose to have kids. Women in the decade after they have children, they have on average a 40% decrease in their revenue from work over a 10-year period from having children. And it's partly they're going to part-time work. They don't go for such demanding roles. It's like, yeah, well, if you're earning 40% less, you have to be with a partner, male or female, who earns 40% more, because otherwise your net like standard of living is going down.
By 40%, of course, which is a made up number, it doesn't exist anywhere. And even if it was a real number, if you're only making 50,000 a year, 40% more won't get you to 200,000 a year. And no, it's not the manosphere saying that, it's you ladies. You're also the one saying 200,000 a year is not even close to being enough. Women are more educated, sure, why not? But when it comes to being more educated, there is no knowing how many of you ladies major or graduate from gender studies. But we do know that women hold 74% of those degrees. And we also know that if you take that diploma and add about $8, it will maybe get you a coffee.
Okay, so I have a theory that the men on Hinge are actually weird and have no game, and that's why they're on the apps, because they feel more comfortable talking behind a computer than approaching you in real life. Because like 9 out of 10 times I don't even think I've been on 10 Hinge dates, but like my point to say 90% of the time I've gone on like a Hinge date, I feel like the person is like very weird, or just like on the nerdier side at least, and they don't have that kind of suave, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like,
how in the world will I know what you're trying to say if you don't know what you're trying to say? Just like I've said earlier, the first 10 people I see on TikTok are proving me that I could be way worse. But anyway, I feel like the women on Hinge are the women men with games in like real life don't approach.
As I've gotten older and started dating people in older brackets, I've begun to bring up the topic of having children earlier and earlier on dates. Because personally, I don't think I want children, parenting lifestyle does not appeal to me, and I don't want to waste anybody's time who does. But I'm struggling to get anywhere with dating because it seems like every guy I run into wants children, and I always ask them, why? And I have yet to be given a single convincing reason to change my mind.
That's because they're not trying to change your mind, you lunatic. They're giving you reasons on why they would want to have kids in the future. And it's by far way better than getting in a relationship with you and hoping you're gonna change your mind later. How are people not saying this?
I was just thinking, growing up, everyone used to do a barbecue. Nowadays, no one does barbecue. I want my house to be the place where people come over and, hey, it's Saturday, Adrian's probably making barbecue. I got the premium meat. Saturdays, Adrian making barbecue. Sundays, leftovers, if there's any. Come through.
No, I don't think Adrian needs to worry about anyone coming over any days of the week. I know I don't have all the tools in the world, but I don't use a can opener to flip whatever that was on the grill either. But anyway, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.